Beijing has been placed under extraordinary security measures as U.S. President Donald Trump arrives for a high-stakes state visit, triggering widespread disruptions across the Chinese capital and highlighting the political sensitivity surrounding the summit. In preparation for the visit, Chinese authorities implemented sweeping restrictions across major parts of the city. Public parks, historic landmarks, and key roadways were closed or heavily restricted, with security protocols typically reserved for top-level political gatherings. The impact was immediate and widespread. Around 30 flights in and out of Beijing Capital International Airport were canceled within a 3-hour window on Wednesday evening, according to data from a state-linked aviation tracking app. President Trump landed in Beijing at approximately 7:50 p.m. local time, shortly after the disruptions began. As the presidential motorcade moved through the city, American and Chinese flags lined the route, underscoring the diplomatic significance of the visit. But behind the ceremonial visuals, Beijing's tightly controlled security environment was clearly visible. The city's layout, spreading out in concentric rings from the historic political center, became the backdrop for one of the most heavily secured diplomatic arrivals in recent memory. President Trump is staying at the Four Seasons Hotel in central Beijing, located between the city's 3rd and 4th ring roads. Security around the hotel has been significantly reinforced. All hotel staff were required to register with authorities, and armed police, barricades, and screening checkpoints were installed at every entrance. Reports also indicated that nearby hotels, including those in the Embassy District, showed no available bookings during the visit. Security presence across the city extended well beyond the hotel zone. At subway stations, passengers encountered increased screenings and a visible rise in police patrols, including officers accompanied by dogs. In China, such heightened metro security is often interpreted by political observers as a sign of major government activity at the highest levels. Some of Beijing's most iconic landmarks have also been temporarily closed or restricted. The Temple of Heaven, one of the key sites expected to be visited by President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, was surrounded by security barriers. Meanwhile, access points to sections of the Forbidden City, including major gateways near Tiananmen Square, were shut to the public during the visit period. The restrictions have caused noticeable disruptions for residents and tourists alike. Crowds were prevented from gathering along the presidential motorcade route leading to the Great Hall of the People, a move consistent with China's strict control over public demonstrations and large gatherings during sensitive political events. Similar measures have been seen during previous high-profile visits. When Russian President Vladimir Putin traveled to Beijing in September, authorities also shut down roads around Tiananmen Square and implemented comparable security protocols. On Chinese social media platforms, including Douyin,